One of my New Year's resolutions for 2018 is to enjoy the other wonders of life besides food. I have a little bit of a binge eating problem. I wouldn't call it a full on eating disorder, but I have a little trouble enjoying other things besides food. I had bad dating experiences in the past. I've been burned by some of my hobbies, and sometimes food is one of the fallback options. And I'd like to change that. I'd like to enjoy other things besides food, especially to get back into the dating world. One thing I find that very helpful is to, as a first step in any resolution, is to know your enemy. What are you up against? 13 years ago, I started cleaning up my diet, in terms of the quality at least. I know I had binge eating problems, but I cleaned up the quality first. And one of the first foods I wouldn't say quit, freed myself from was soda. I used to drink a lot of soda, sometimes 3, 4 liters a day. And when I got off of soda and I looked at the ingredients on soda, as a kid, I assumed it's just full of sugar, but I learned it actually contains high fructose corn syrup. And I did a lot of reading on the literature on high fructose corn syrup, and it inspired me to read food labels. And for 13 years now, I haven't eaten anything without looking at the food label. And one thing I find very astonishing is when people ask me about how I lost a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight at the beginning of um, cleaning up the quality of my diet. I've gained it back in recent years because of the dating experiences and turning to food. But people would ask me, and I would be astonished that people could put something in their mouth without knowing what it is. It almost feels like having sex with a stranger. If I have to eat something without looking at the label, fortunately, I haven't had to resort to that. But if I were to do that, it would feel like having sex with a stranger. One of the most frustrating aspects of usually when I eat out, I can ask about food ingredients and stuff like that. I recently went to a Chinese restaurant, and Chinese food, it's never made from a can, so I thought it would be easy to find out the ingredients. But I'm just speculating here, but they hire illegal aliens, and the cooks there, they don't speak English very well, and whatever. I'm just speculating now, but they have cooks that don't speak English very well. I don't dislike illegal aliens. It's just that I had a hard time finding food that time, and I had to go somewhere else. Oh, but that just shows how much I disdain the idea of having sex with a stranger with my mouth, pretty much. Anyway, so one thing I find that will be very helpful this year in terms of enjoying the other wonders of life instead of eating so much is earlier this week I've already had a few good experiences with my resolution. So I'll be ready to sit down to a big meal and I'll ask myself, Andrew, do you really need this food? And 4 out of 5 times I really don't. What I really want is some mental stimulation. So I'll go write some computer games, or I'll call somebody on the phone, or maybe I'll do a prank of some sort. Just the other day, I put an ad on Craigslist offering somebody $10 million if they can bring back my grandpa. He passed away 6 years ago. I just wanted to see what kind of responses I would get, but the ad got flagged within a few minutes. Kind of funny because I put crazier ads on Craigslist before without it getting flagged. Actually, that's how I met my last girlfriend. I had posted on both Craigslist and OkCupid an ad about what had happened was I had just bought my car, and I noticed that if I got married, my car insurance would drop a considerable amount. And I posted an ad asking who wants to marry me so that we could both save on car insurance. And I don't think it got flagged on Craigslist. It must have been there for a long time. What else have I put on there? I just love pranks. Uh, I got into a fight with a friend of mine one time, and I wanted to inconvenience him. So I posted something on Craigslist with his phone number. There was nothing obscene about it. I think I was offering to sell some coins, and I put them at a very unbelievable price so that people would call. And he got dozens of calls, but I didn't know he got dozens of calls, and I really was dying to find out if my prank had worked. So I borrowed another friend's phone to call him to ask about the coins, and you could just hear the frustration in his voice. So I knew he must have gotten dozens of calls already. Anyway, so I just need to think before I eat. But do I really need it? It's kind of like in the 70s when we had an oil crisis. People ask, is your trip really that necessary? That's what I need to ask myself before I eat this year. Thanks for watching.